Debbie Shealy described you in a poem.
Oh, sweet Debbie.
Debbie wrote, she still reads, full of emotion. She still moves, full of animation. She still tells stories, full of family and love. She still inspires, full of knowledge.
Oh, but never enough knowledge. Now, what I think, I always thought I...
Shh, let's watch. Someone's knocking at the door.
I wandered lonely as a cloud, that floats high o'er vales and hills, when all of once I saw a cloud, a host of daffodils.
Oh, Bill Whitfield! You should have known better than to do that. He nearly scared me to death. Oh, but he was such a fine principal and such a fine man. He knew every teacher, their strengths and their weaknesses, including mine. In fact, one time I had to go to his office and confess.
Bill, I need to tell you something. Today I hit a student. They were finishing a test and I was at my desk grading my papers and from the class before and he just came up behind me and it's St. Patrick's Day, you know, and I don't ever wear green. I always forget. And he pinched me. And I just threw him and just hit him.
Well, I could have told him never to come up on your blind side.
Oh, Bill. Bill understood what teaching was to me. When I was in the classroom, it was all there was, the most important thing in the world. I couldn't keep my feelings hidden. I've never been very good at that. And then there was that time when...
Looks like somebody's knocking at the door again.
Double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog. Hold on just a minute. Read what you've got. I'll be right back. What? No! The very idea!
Did they get in trouble?
Oh, no. When I started crying, they were so sorry. They didn't need any more punishment. My being so disappointed in them was all they could take.
You sure knew how to get your students' attention.
I just wanted so much for them. The students, they all came to me with their hopes and their dreams. They brought themselves to me. An offering, a piece of glass that could so easily be broken. I could make their hours miserable, or I could make them moments to grow in, to unfold, to move down the right road to what they would become.
Were they all from Saluda?
Well, mostly. You know, that was one of the gifts I had. Teaching in the same school and in the same community for all those years, I knew the students. I knew their parents. I knew their lives.
Around me they sit, black and white, blue jeans and sweaters, Nikes and t-shirts, looking into their memories, packed with 16 years.
Do I have to write?
Yes. Just tell about an experience. Docile hands hold John tell of finding his father dead, his brains splattered on the kitchen wallpaper? And Emily, will her poem remember her mother's arms, the mother who ran away? Will Joni describe waking up in a hospital, her hand gone, now a black nub wrapped in white gauze? Can Mary see Barbara's head under the steering wheel beside her, and Tony's head through the windshield? Will Connie confess her 5th grade hurt when her mother told her that her father wasn't really her father? And will Mary's words reveal the everyday sorrow of a father lost, his 6-foot frame harboring an empty brain? Papers rattle, pencils rest.
How could you give it all up?
Oh, I didn't want to stay until I couldn't do my best anymore. It was better to move on. I knew I would miss it. After 46 years of learning, you see, that's the secret. Teachers are always learning. I spent 46 years learning in the country of the young. I always said, if I ever were to write a memoir of teaching, I would call it In the Country of the Young. And I missed it. Oh yes, I missed it. 43 years of themes, tests, poems, interviews, black marks on white paper, making pictures in my brain, pictures that matched trusting eyes, watching me year after year. Students, old now, sell me groceries, deposit my retirement checks, park my ancient Chevrolet. Their children and grandchildren travel the road to Canterbury and walk the streets of Grover's Corners. But I'm not there.
And yet, you are. In all those thousands of minds, you are still teaching. Have you read some of the things people are saying about you?
Where?
On Facebook.
Oh, that. They make me sound like somebody I'm not. I was just a teacher. I did my best, but sometimes I do wonder, what have I done? I dig through mounds of memories. I throw aside the trash. I've loved God's church. I've read His Word. Is that enough? Never, never, the thunder speaks. Raindrops kiss my face. A breeze caresses my shoulders. Love my children, the wind whispers. Love my children. All God's children. I've done that. At least I've tried. Oh, and I love them all so much. Jimmy, Doug, Jeanette, he wanted us to call him Jim. I just never could do it. Mama and Daddy. All my life, I've had this image of Daddy in my mind, of the way he loved me the way he loved all of us, with his arms wide open, like the father in the story of the prodigal son. You are like the father in the story. If I'd been lost, you'd meet me. You'd run the whole way with arms outstretched. You'd hold me with those gentle, scarred hands, scarred from 1,000 batterings, from a plow broken, a fence snapping, a ball thrown wild. I need no robe or ring or shoes to know I was